Welcome to week 4 of social media writing. This week we will be focusing on Instagram, and that is probably the one that most of you in this class have the most knowledge about and most experience with, as that is obviously the hot one at the moment that people are with. So as you can tell, here's our week 4 overview. The final project is here, and I'm going to review it as well in this lecture. You have a response essay due on Wednesday, an Instagram assignment, and that will be the application based, and that'll be due on Sunday. And then you have another viral reflection, your third opportunity here. Remember, you have to do 2 during the semester, but you have 6 opportunities to do it. So if you don't want to do it this week, you do not need to do it this week. And then again, start thinking about your final project, and as we go over it, start thinking about what you want to do on this. So let me click on week 4 overview and readings. Now, as you can tell, there are a lot of readings this week and a lot of different things you can go with Instagram. And I did that on purpose because, again, I think it is the one that probably people will be most likely to be using in their final project. And I think it's the one that is perhaps the one that most of you have experience with. So our objectives is effectively use hashtags, importance of lighting for photos, and then how to use Instagram for specific purposes. Again, when you click on these, sometimes they will not open in Canvas, and you have to click the title to open it. So I'm going to talk through some of these. We have for the week, you'll have this lecture, how to use Instagram captions, how to use hashtags, what hashtags should use. Coming off of last week where you learned about that hashtag me.me program that you can use to find out what hashtags are being used the most at the moment. You can use that if you're working for a business or something and you really wanted to make sure you're using the same hashtags that are current at the moment. You could do that, or you can also look and see what's going on and use what hashtags you would like to use. Guide to writing captions, examples of different types of captions. Instagram tools. This is just has a lot of lists of tools that you can use for Instagram. That's more for if you are planning on using it for a business. These are some ideas of what you can use to really help promote your business on Instagram. This is a YouTube video for Instagram for beginners. If you feel like you're more than a beginner, you can just skip that one. How to take good Instagram photos, and then how to take good Instagram photos with just your phone. Some people taking photos on Instagram have high-powered cameras, but if that's not you, you can just your basic smartphone can take a good picture for Instagram, and so that's what you can do. Now there are a lot of recommended ones. How to use Canva if you want to go back and use what we learned about last week. There's some on how to prep for taking photos. If photos is what you're really concerned about, go ahead and read some of those other ones. There are also a lot of authors, people who are writing poetry, short stories, novels, are using Instagram to promote what they're writing. And if that's something that you're interested in, or you're thinking that might be what you want to do for that final project, you might want to go read, there's 3 of them, or 2 of them on authors, how they use them, how do they post to Instagram, what are they posting, and then there's also one for teachers. If those of you who are maybe thinking about teaching in your life, there are some options for using Instagram for the teaching as well. So a lot of readings. Again, these ones are required readings. These ones are recommended readings. You choose which ones you read, and that's what your responses will be from. But I wanted to take a moment and go over this this one that talks specifically about what do you post. Okay, so here we have an example of Lego posted, right? We've got the background, we've got here wedding, woohoo, 50 years. And they use a question. They make a statement. Can you imagine? It's been 50 years since the first Legoland park opened! Exclamation point. We got an emoji. Where was it again? Question mark. And then we've got the 3 hashtags. So this is what you are going to be thinking about. This is what Instagram writing is right here. Okay, we are not talking about academic writing. We are, what are the best ways to write for Instagram? This starts with an exclamation point. A question is asking a rhetorical question. We got some emojis in here, and then we got hashtags. How are you going to write for whatever you're posting, okay? So you want to think about length. Instagram recommends using 125 characters or fewer. Right? So we're not writing a lot here. What really is, it's the image, it's the GIF, it's the little movie. This one has obviously what is the image we have? That's why images are so important. So we got camping with Model X. No hashtags on that one. You're going to use hashtags. Right here we have another one. This is from Nat Geo. Again, the image. Here we have who had the photo, and this one's longer. We've got 2 paragraphs here about mother and calf, northern right whale dolphin, about it, and then again we've got all the different hashtags and why they're using it. So you want to think about what hashtags you would use with whatever you want to post. And what you want to write about it. You also want to think about as it gets retweeted, or this is then posted on Twitter. What shows up. Only the first couple lines. So you want to make sure that you are choosing something that really says what you want it to say. As they are recommending, make sure you edit and rewrite. You want it as concise as possible. Use hashtags, but use them wisely. Make sure you separate them so they don't all smush together with spaces between them. Instagram caps off captions after 3 lines, so the hashtags won't be visible to you users unless they tap them more. So you want to be aware of that in terms of what you're writing. Don't put hashtags in your captions, right? Questions get people thinking about things. So here we have this image, and then we have looking for the perfect summer outfit. Well, that's probably not my perfect summer outfit, but whatever, right? She actually kind of looks cold there, but what? It's a question. A question gets people thinking. So you want to, are you going to use a question in yours to start people thinking? And then what hashtags are you going to use? So that you just really want to be thinking about that, and captions, lines, hashtags, etc. So let's go back here real quick. And I want to show you the assignment so you know what we're doing. So the Instagram assignment this week is that you have to create 2 Instagram posts that are accompanied by visuals, either a photo, a meme, a video, a GIF, whatever, visuals. So you want to use appropriate hashtags. You do need to have a hashtag EN361 because that's our class and that's the best way to locate things. You can either post the screenshots of your 2 Instagram posts, or you can post the link and tag me. This is my E Jensen Back is my Instagram handle that I have absolutely nothing posted on it. But anyway, you can tag me in that so I can see what you posted. That is just fine. Topic of these 2 Instagram posts are absolutely up to you. Again, you can post them on your own feed, or you can post them. You can create a new Instagram using a different email and post them that way, so that your fellow followers are not like, what are you doing? So you're welcome to do that. Either one's fine. But 2 Instagram posts, use of hashtags, including our class hashtag. Use of visual for both posts. They can be whatever visuals you want. Need to use captions for both posts. You have to use at least 125 characters. Okay. And then when that's all done, I want you to write at least a paragraph about your experience in writing and creating Instagram posts. What did you learn? Et cetera, et cetera. So my focus in grading is to see how you showcase that you know how to write for Instagram, that you have the image and the 125 characters and you have hashtags and you're using those appropriately for Instagram. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. I don't care what your topic is. It can be anything you want. You can use something that you can use for your final if you'd like. It is completely up to you. But based off the readings, your own knowledge, etc., that's what I want you to do. So we've got a few minutes left. I want to talk about this final assignment. Okay. So final project assignment and Twitter presentation. The Twitter presentation will be due on July 21st, which is our last day of class. So what you're going to do is you're going to create a project where you use at least 2 social media platforms. So one of the platforms has to be one of the ones we discussed: LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. The other one can be anything else. You can do YouTube, you can do Reddit, you can do Pinterest, you can do TikTok, you can do there's a whole bunch here. You are completely, it is up to you what you want to choose. And then your presentation is going to be a link to a presentation, and we'll talk more about that as we get closer to it. And there's a whole bunch of examples online how to do it. It's not that difficult, but you do, once you get your presentation or once you get your project together, then you want to think about how you start presenting it. So the rest of this is pretty much on the presenting. Our presenting of it on Wednesday, I want you to post between 7 and 9 p.m. And I apologize, this is wrong at the moment. I will go fix that. And then you're going to go on Twitter and you're going to respond to other people's posts. But this is the project of what are you going to use the two social media platforms for? That is up to you. So you get to, I would suggest if there's a business or there's something, someone you know that has a business that has no social media presence, that might be something that you want to work on. These are some topics. So think about how you want to market a small business idea you have and focus on how to use social media to market your business. Think about your own workplace or a company run by family or friends. This is the one that a lot of people did the last time I taught this class, is they used family or friends companies or hobbies or side businesses. Think about your own creative writing and how to boost the readership of your writing through social media. Grow an Instagram page using Instagram and another social media platform of your own choosing. Create lesson plans that use in educational settings with students. For example, I just gave a presentation on teaching students to create memes about literature and then tweet them. Create something you could use to demonstrate your knowledge of social media for, like, in a job interview. If you said, I know how to use social media, create something you could use there. I do have a friend that has a small copy editing business that has no social media presence, and she would love to have someone help her out with that, so that could work. If you're part of a club, sport organization, etc., you could create social media content for them. Last time I taught this class, somebody created the Instagram and Twitter pages for Belmont Abbey's newspaper, as I'd already created the Facebook. So something like that would work, or any other project that you would think would fit this assignment, but please get permission from me first. Just send me an email and let me know what you're thinking. Okay, so that's what the final project is. You have to choose two social medias accounts and promote something. Do something with them to show me that you know how to write for those two social media platforms. Okay, that is our week. That's what you have to do. Read over those other readings on your own. Again, if you have any questions or concerns, send me an email and let me know. And thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful rest of your week.